Somebody asked me if all the brothers in the Nation of Islam really actually eat one meal a day. Now, that's the dietary guidelines that we strive to follow. But for some people, the idea of eating one meal a day sounds foreign, but it only sounds foreign because we've been in a certain habit of eating. And that way of eating is not our nature. That's not naturally how we are, not naturally how we ate. It's not even best for our bodies, but it's just our bodies adapt to whatever we do.
Allah says fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you. Whenever a people break down and lose themselves, it is because of a lack of discipline that allows the human being to be tempted to do that which is outside of the natural sphere of his life. When God prescribes fasting, which means you deny yourself something very natural, which is food. We all need food to live. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us food keeps you here and food takes you away. So we have to find the balance. So when God asks the righteous to fast in a world like this and to deny ourselves what our bodies need for nourishment, then that fasting produces a discipline.
We eat 3 times a day nowadays heavily because of Mr. Kellogg's when he wanted to promote his cereal. So he had, put out this whole marketing campaign telling everybody, breakfast is necessary, breakfast, break fast. As the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, is that all foods have poison. And it's the buildup of these poisons over time that wears your body down, that wears out the inner lining of your stomach. There's so much functions that are happening inside your body to process that food, to break it down, to turn it into nutrients, that what happens is that when you start to give your stomach a break, whether you do intermittent fast, 1 meal a day, whatever you do, you increase the amount of hours when you're not having to eat. Basically, you give your body a chance to take all that blood and all that energy that would need to go down to your stomach to process foods that it can start to use elsewhere. Your body will start to do this process called autophagy. Autophagy is like, imagine, it's like a super cleaning out process for your cells in your body. It's like we all have gunk and mold and a whole bunch of things inside the cells of our body, inside our joints, inside everywhere. And when you fast, your body gets a chance to start a cleaning out process that it never gets to do for a lot of us. We eat breakfast, we eat lunch, we eat dinner, and then we have a bedtime snack right before bed. So if you're eating right before bed, right, your body's having to break down and process that food while you're sleeping. And then you get up and you eat again. While you can feel like you're eating generally healthy things, and we're not always eating healthy things, it's causing so much strain on your body. So what happens is that for a lot of people, like literally when you start to eat 1 meal a day, a lot of people start to literally look younger because once again, it's scientifically proven that it starts to almost reverse the aging process. And fasting is like a cumulative thing. So, so some people do an intermittent fast. That means you're eating, maybe like a 6 to 8 hour window. So maybe eating between 12 and 8, 12 and 6, whatever it is. For me, typically I wait till about 3 or 4 o'clock each day to eat. And, it takes time to adjust, but as you do it, the more you do it, the more your body adjusts to it and the healthier you get. I've done a lot of training, and like I tell people is that, I was that dude having 7, 8 meals a day because so you build muscle. You don't see a lot of 80-year-old bodybuilders. Like you don't, because once again, you can eat all the good stuff, all the protein, everything that all the good stuff, but that constant, all of them gastric juices that having to pump, that extreme breakdown process, on like a different level. When you talk about, chakras and your energy centers, if you know anything about chakra, there's like 7 different energy centers throughout your body, and it starts with your sacral, your root, it goes up, your solar plexus, your throat chakra, and then it goes up to your crown chakra. And for a lot of us as people, we're living in our lower chakras, which is just your chakras where it's about feeding yourself, and it's about pleasure. So like a lot of people, maybe you are this person, maybe you know somebody like this, all you really like, all they care about is sex and eating. And while there's nothing wrong with either one of those, when that's all your mind is on, That's how you know somebody's in their lower chakras. So one thing I say, like, that's why, you know, Jesus fasted. Every single religion has a history of fasting. You know, there's, you know, like Yom Kippur, there's, you know, Ramadan, there's, you know, Jesus fasting 40 days. You know, Socrates said that he fasted for mental clarity. And I'll say for me that's what it does. Like, it definitely makes you a lot clearer in your mind in terms of your thinking, because once again, there's less energy going down to your stomach, and your energy could be used for your higher mind, for your higher thinking. You know, so there's physical benefits, there's mental benefits. You know, literally, like, your brain births new brain cells in your brain. This process called neurogenesis. So you literally birth new brain cells inside your brain when you fast. You know, so, you know, that's why in the book How to Eat to Live, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, and he's, you know, he really talks on it. That says, if you want to live long, practice eating one meal a day. If you want to think about it financially, you eat one meal a day. You know how much less cost you have when you're not having to constantly worry about what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? The chemical in your body called, I think it's called ghrelin, that makes you realize you're hungry or think you're hungry, it starts to deplete. So you start to not even feel like, oh, I need to eat something. You know what I mean? And then your body's healthier, and you're living longer, and you have more energy. You're in a better mood, because all foods have chemicals in them, and those chemicals affect the neurotransmitters inside your brain. You feel me? So, you know, even with everything happening in the world, when it comes to even like food shortages are coming, it's gonna happen. There's war, and there's so many things that are happening at the same time that either you can start to prepare for it now, or you can say, you know, everything is fine, you know, everything be good. But I'm just telling you, I recommend and I implore everybody, like, you know, even if you feel like you're in shape already, it's like there's so many benefits. You know what I mean? Like, it's this physical, mental, spiritual, financial. Like, you know, when you fast, you start to connect more to yourself, the God that you are. You know what I mean? You connect to who you are inside, and that's why all the spiritual practices talk about fasting. But anyway, that's it, man. I just wanted to invite y'all, invite people, tell people, like, this is why we practice it. So this is why we practice eating one meal a day. It's a defense. It's one of the best defenses. Today's the day, family. We have to do more to take care of our temples. Like, rebuild our temples, the physical, mental, the spiritual, so you can be your best self. You know what I mean? But be blessed. Take care of yourself and your family. Peace.